Hey, 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 welcome back to the Psychic Soul Healer channel. My name is Laura, if you're new to the channel, and I'm going to do a general message for anyone that lands on this. Because I haven't done a live stream in like forever. So I feel like I'm not going to choose a zodiac. I feel like whoever winds up here is supposed to definitely wind up here. Anyway, energy is fluid. Roles could be reversed. Flip it, switch it, twist it. Just interpret the message as it best resonates with you. If you're new to my channel, know if anything of any importance or relevance you find in the description box below. All right. I know what's going on here. New timeout length. I don't know what that means, but we're just going to put that over there. All right. Okay, cool. So, past life. That is the underlining energy to your reading. So, obviously, when we're talking about past life, we're talking about a past life karmic mate. We're talking about past life karmic lessons that haven't been learned. We're talking about nostalgic. We're talking about that the person feels like home, that there's a love, but also, I don't want to say hate, but this person does have the power to trigger you. And so this is the underlining energy to your reading that is influencing your reading. And for whatever reason, I feel like a person is in separation from you right now, but they're thinking about coming back. Now we're going to see why I feel that energy. I'm going to see why. And what best way to start is to look at the hidden truths, right? To see why I feel that. So let's see. Okay, it's time for me to heal now. And that's why I'm saying I feel like you walked away from a person. I think that this person had a really big ego at one time and thought that because they felt that connection, like a past life connection, there's a lot of chemistry. So they were like, oh, this person's hot for me. This person really wants to be with me. This person. And what happened is that you were like, I'm not dealing with whatever this shit is. And in that, it made them look at themselves. Now remember, past life karmic means that there's a potential to learn. If there's many different realities that play out at one time, your level of consciousness will determine the habits and behaviorisms that you do, and that's how your situation unfolds. But karmic mates come in to teach, to learn, and also help to evolve into the highest state of consciousness, which is unconditional love. So there's a lot of passion here. You came closer than anyone. So, like I said, there's still a sense of that they're closed off, but that you got in deep, that you touched them. I think that this person normally doesn't allow people to get emotionally connected to them, but this is a past life karmic relationship, so they're not used to the intensity, right? There was an automatic familiarity that they never had before. The depth of this connection, there's a reason why. And the reason why is because it's a divine one. It's universe has brought you two together to teach, to learn. So this person's still thinking about you. I regret lying to you. There's almost a sense that they can't, that they have a lot of shame. They have a lot of, they're basing a lot of what they think that you're going to do or how you're going to react on past relationships. So, like I said, you are in separation from this person. They are thinking about you. But just because, again, they feel this way right now, remember, the emotions tend to be what rules the relationship in the beginning because it's the ego. This person is now not liking how things are turning out. I like to check out these cards because this will let us know the type of relationship and deeper spiritual things because this person wants to heal. So it's bringing them to a place in their mind, and that's going to let them know more about whether they want to be in this relationship or not. Don't listen to other people, trust yourself. So I feel like there's a lot of people around your person that's trying to manipulate your person. about relationships, and they know that they have trauma around relationships. And this is the next solstice or equinox will bring an important shift. So I feel like in the spring, this person's going to come to you. So there are people manipulating your person, but they don't really want to listen to those people. It's almost like they ask about you, they talk about you to get like ideas of how to approach you, because like I said, I feel like this person has shame, and so there's a sense of, I don't know how you're going to react because I did whatever I did and you didn't react the way I thought you were going to react. I thought you were going to react where you like chased me, you were so passionate for me, and that's not exactly what happened. So like I said, there was a sense that they're like, when there's a deep connection, sometimes people tend to take it for granted. I feel like that's kind of what happened here. And then on top of it, they're listening to like their friends like navigate like their this relationship, and it's not good. Okay, there are messages being exchanged through music and movies. So if this person again is tries not to think about you, tries not to, but they can't help it because it's a soul relationship and they haven't learned the spiritual lesson. So that's why I said they're going to wind up coming back in the spring. There's a sense of not wanting to come back right now, or not knowing how to come back right now. Expand your concept of the twin flame. It's more than romance, it's deep soul activation to heal in order to embody love and light. So, this is a twin flame relationship, even if you don't really feel that it is, because I feel like this person was runner, chaser, runner. You know, like you guys had the runner chaser dynamic for a long time. But this person is realizing because you walked away, like who you are. And so, and they, again, it's forcing them to heal. And that's what soul really a twin flame journey is, because the concept of unconditional love. This person, I don't think, felt like they could be loved on some level, and that could be because they've been in relationships that weren't good. They had parents that weren't in good relationships, so they have nothing to gauge on. And so they try to manipulate the relationship, is what I see. So let's see what, again, if we can get specific about what are they going to do when they come back. Because again, this person still, like, again, they need healing. So we want to make sure that they're healed, right? I mean, and we also want to know why you attract this person, because twin flame relationships are, they're considered the other half of the person. But it's not that anyone's a half. It's that where you have gifts, they have wounds, and vice versa. So it's like you're the other half. And so it's all about teaching unconditional love by learning to love ourselves, is what. So we have to see again what these cards are stuck in the bag. Okay, what are they going to do? We want to know what they're going to do. Passion and desire. It's not uncommon, again, for the twin flame relationship, for that person to come back into your life, because again, that's what it's driven by, right? That's the catalyst. We wouldn't change. We wouldn't dive deep into those wounds. Please don't move on. So there's a sense that, like, now that you walked away and they know that they have to figure things out, I feel like they're trying to. That's why I said I feel them coming back in the spring, because they're in the process of healing. They just don't know whether or not you're gonna stick around for it. I feel like, again, they're afraid because of the betrayal. Like they're like, again, but what's happening is that's their ego also. So I feel like by the time that the spring comes around, this person will no longer be able to hold back. They want to hold back. Their ego is telling them that you're not going to forgive them. It's again that they blew their chances with you. That's what their ego is telling them. But they really have to come back and apologize. They don't want you to move on. And I feel like as time goes on, you're going to feel more and more and more anxiety. And the reason why I say that is, your twin flame, you can feel them. There's a very strong 5D connection. So you can feel their emotions. They can feel your emotions. I feel like they're putting out that energy, like, again, please don't move on. I'm sending you love energy. Can you feel it? Didn't I just say that? And I feel like they're sending you like that energy, like, please don't move on. Please, like, wait. And so that's where they are. But we have to say, okay, why did you attract this person into your life? Because you're supposed to learn something. Your soulmate twin flame relationships are supposed to make a step into our divine being. So again, the person, if they're masculine, they step into the divine masculine and they display those qualities. And what we see is that because you walked away, they're surrendering their ego. But it's a process. It's not like, oh, they're just coming back. It's they have to again realize that they have to heal. And really, they have to get to a place where they're really uncomfortable because they're not just automatically doing it. And so we have to say again, why did I attract somebody so stubborn? like really, it's like, because you're supposed to be learning or doing something. So sometimes we find our gifts. When our twin flame is in separation from us, it's not all the times our wounds, it's our gifts that were buried. Our shadows hold those too. So again, so abuse, well, in this case, it was you didn't get the emotional needs that you, so in this fact of this person not being here for you, playing a little bit of games, it kind of triggered that emotional abuse where it's like, okay, this connection is so deep and it doesn't look like that at all. You're actually giving me nothing. You're giving me nothing. You're acting like I'm not important. Yeah. And so, like I said, they expected that you were going to stick around for that. And you didn't. And that's why they feel bad. Again, it like robbed your innocence. And so again, you might have grown up in an environment where abuse doesn't necessarily all the time mean hitting. It could be emotional abuse, psychological abuse. And so it robs your innocence. And that's this connection kind of robbed the innocence of the relationship where you thought it was so pure, it was so innocent, it was so, because the relationship's so deep, the chemistry. And it's again, there is so much unconditional love that person feels for you, and you can feel it, and you have it for them too. But then they do that, and Spirit says because they're not perfect, and so they come into your life to teach you, and they might need to teach you forgiveness, compassion, unconditional love. That's what unconditional love looks like, but it robbed the innocence. And then we can ask again. What? Again, vulnerability, learning how to be vulnerable. And I feel like that's for your person, because I was going to say, let's pull to see what your person, because you attracted this person attracted you. Why? From a spiritual perspective, what did Spirit want for them to learn? And it's like to learn how to be vulnerable, to open up their heart. They're playing games. They're strategizing. They're in the mind. They're not in their heart. They had a guard up. They played games. They thought you were going to react the same way. They go a little cocky, and now they feel like a first class ass. Like they. But again, this is what they suffered: abandonment. So there's a sense of like they're afraid to get close. They're afraid to get close because they have abandonment issues. So abandonment issues many times play out as like where a person is emotionally not available. So this is why this person's ego is big. But nevertheless, unconditional love makes us change, makes us surrender our ego. It's a process though, and you got to be patient. And that's why this person's like, please, please don't move on, because I know that I'm going to take time. So you may be like, you're going to make me wait more time. And it's like, yeah, because their ego is big, which means they get in their own way. They overthink. They care too much about what it looks like. And they have to be so uncomfortable and to realize that they have no control over love. That's why spirit brought them you to learn unconditional love. Like you can't control it. You can't control it. You tried to and you fucked the relationship. And now look, it brings you further away, which creates so much anxiety where this person usually doesn't care. And they're like, I have so much anxiety and I'm so paranoid that you're going to move away that they don't, that I think that they think that you're a witch. You're some sort of witch because they didn't think that they could have these type of feelings before because it's a twin flame relationship. The passion, they don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it, but I want it. So we ask, okay, so what is the energy that we can pull in? What's a bigger even lesson? Like when this person comes into our life, how can we really balance out this energy? Goodness. I'm going to put these over to the side because I wanted to pull other cards too, I think. No, I had pulled them already. Okay, just wanted to make sure. Okay, 2. Everything turns to light, and we're going to pull 3. The path to light. So obviously the path to light is, again, to evolve into highest states of consciousness, which is unconditional love. That's the energy of God. That's the energy of the universe. We are that energy. Anywhere where we have shadows is where we have detached and disassociated from. And we wear a mask and have shadows and project. And that's what happened in the beginning of this, that this person projected and they played games and then it took them further away. So this connection, I work to improve myself, embrace all that life brings to me and transform darkness into light. Again, that's the healing of the shadows. I allow myself to grow and become stronger. So your person will eventually become emotionally stronger within this connection because that's what they lack. Goodness. I overcome my imperfections, polish my character. This is for you, again, that through this relationship, you will learn again about your own goodness and that you're perfect. Even your imperfections are perfect. And that you just polish your character by, again, knowing your worth. Free yourself and allow your goodness to manifest and become a source of joy. So don't be codependent with this person. Again, find yourself because the unconditional love, this person will support you. Through gentleness, again, which that's the energy that you hold, you offer unconditional love, understanding love to yourself, most of all, because again, through the abuse, you were taught not to, and unto others, and you don't have a problem giving it to others. And the path to light is, like I said, obviously, everything turns to light and path to light. See, which is again, the path to light is I make the conscious choice to move towards the light one step at a time. I transform my weaknesses into strengths by mastering my thoughts. I overcome obstacles with positivity and acceptance. I develop my gifts and excellence, my light to every being unconditionally. And so I feel like, again, the path to light is to learn to come back home to that place, but it's also like to realize that this person's coming into your life to enhance it, but the unconditional love will help you actually develop yourself. But they also are bringing in an energy to help you, to balance you, because your twin flame, like I said, they don't think the way that you think. They think logically and analytically. You may think very intuitive and spiritually. Your approach to life is different. So there's a lot of learning. And so what Spirit says is, well, you both have similar wounds. Again, there's the abandonment, the feeling not loved. And so not feeling that you could be loved. That's the energy on a deep level. So this is why it's always a path to light for you too, but that you find that. And so that's, I mean, it's just you have to be patient. And that I believe that the twin flame journey really does teach you all those spiritual lessons. Again, forgiveness. Again, you're going to have to forgive this person. And then compassion. This person's going to learn to be vulnerable and to actually be compassionate, and for you to be compassionate. So it's helping you evolve into those higher states of consciousness so that you can really become a conduit for spirit to work through so that you can manifest. And we always know that so many twin flames, they have the passion, which is fire, to transmute their wounds, but also to create, to birth something. There's always either a baby or a birthing of some sort of creation, because that's how, again, the common denominator, the focus, how you learn balance, how you learn to be able to go with the flow, to be able to be vulnerable, and all those other traits. All right, I'm going to leave that there. Bye.